One more lap scorer, please.
Okay, so second last race of the evening. Event 19 of 20 here at the Box Hill Classic. So the men's E, 5,000 metres, seed times ranging from 16:30 to 17 minutes. So athletes will be looking to go each kilometre in about 16:18. Maybe about 16:15 to bank a bit of time. The pacemaker actually is going to go through in a 16:20. So 3:15 per kilometre would get the boys a 16:15, well under any of their PBs. So probably won't go that fast actually. Probably more like a 3:16, 3:17, maybe even a 3:18 per kilometre. Our pacer, Max Saville Bentley, has been told to run sub 16:20 pace. So 3:18, 3:17 per K. And we are underway. I'd like to know how many races our pacemaker has run this evening. I think it's up to number 4 now. Well, and truly doing a training session out there. So I'll let the athletes settle before we start to call out the order of proceedings for these 12.5 laps. So it looks like it is Mitchell Wilson from Collingwood Athletics who is just sliding in behind our pacer. I think right on time, if not maybe a touch quick going through that first lap. Our athlete from Essendon in Timothy Briggs has thrown himself in the mix as well, as has Justin Jeffrey. So it's Mitch Wilson, Timothy Briggs and Justin Jeffrey are your 1, 2, 3 as they go through the first 200 metres in about 16 minutes 30 pace. So as we said, a lot of the athletes have seed times 16:30 on the dot and up to 17 minutes. Okay, one of our unattached athletes making his way up onto the heels of the pacemaker. So athlete unattached, Wilson and Briggs. It was well and truly anyone's race from here. There is a long line of athletes spread out across the track. Okay, and that's Jacob Savavarian. So running under that 16:30 pace so far. It was almost starting to form 2 packs out the head of the field. And if we look a bit further back, maybe a 3rd pack. Lachlan Higgs, the athlete, unattached, is someone I've failed to mention so far. Daniel Hopkins as well from Victorian Cross Country League. He's towards the front of the field. And Michael Johnson from Richmond just rounding out the whole field, forming that 3rd pack. So the athletes are really starting to string out at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a gap of about 20 metres towards the next pack. So it's probably going to be a race of 6, although we're still in the very, very, very early stages of this 5K. Only 4 laps down. Still have 8.5 to go. So Mitch Wilson running a pretty strong race and looking comfortable in 2nd position. Lachlan Higgs in 3rd. And Jacob Savararian. So Savarian, Wilson, Briggs. They are 1, 2, 3, and now they're starting to split away from 5th and 6th. Let's keep an eye on the clock here. So they'll probably be looking to go through in about a 16:30 to 16:35. Yeah, 16:30. So a 16:15 pace they are on. So no athlete in this field has run under 16:30 before. So the athletes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up the head of the field are looking the goods to get a PB tonight here at Box Hill. So lead has not changed, or the order has not changed. Cameron Stace is in there. Someone I failed to mention is William Kilbride from Mornington. He finds himself in 5th position. So there's a few packs in this race if we look a bit further back. Mitch Wilson still looking at goods. He's in that 2nd position. Briggs in 3rd, as he has been for most of the race. Kilbride. He's just sitting nicely as well, just off the back of that pack there. And Lachlan Higgs unattached. They're all looking good. They're all just doing what they need to behind this pacemaker. He was run every race tonight in full-length tights, by the way. So one more lap and we'll get a bit of a pacing read. So how they're stacking up against that 16:15 pace. Have they slipped? So 7 laps down. 5.5 to go. So they'd want to be coming in at about 1945, 1950 to be in that 16:15, 16:20 sort of range. And still the same players, Severian, Briggs, Mitch Wilson. We've got Lachlan Higgs, who has sort of gone off track a little bit and come back in. This is unusual. Kilbride in the orange singlet from Mornington. So Wilson has found himself at the front of the field. Now he'll have to do the work for the next 5 laps, next 2 kilometres of racing. Wilson, Higgs, Savarian, Briggs, and Kilbride. They're your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a fair gap to the rest of the field now, about 40 or 50 metres, but the athletes are flooding in further back. So it's probably slipped to around that 16:20 pace now. As I said, Mitch Wilson has looked pretty comfy for most of this race. So has Lachlan Higgs. And Timothy Briggs doing what he needs to in the black and red Essendon outfit, sitting in third. Wilson, Higgs, Briggs, Savarian and Kilbride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Come on, Digger!
Keeping in mind that all these athletes have not run faster than 16:30 before. They are still on 16:20 pace as Briggs gets up on the shoulder and passes Wilson. And Higgs just in his stock standard position, just on Wilson's heels as he has been for most of this race so far. Briggs, Wilson, Higgs, 1, 2, 3, with 3 laps to go. Kilbride hanging on as well, but probably bridging a gap about 10 metres now and just fading into the distance as a flood of athletes now come through with 3 laps to go. So 2.5 laps to go. Going through in about 13:08. So doing my quick maths here, probably setting themselves up for more like a 16:25. So pace probably has slipped a little bit, but still well and truly in PB range. Briggs haven't run a 16:53 recently. Will be looking for a massive PB if he keeps up this pace for the final 2 laps. I should say that's Ben Rouse actually from Essendon. So Rouse, Higgs and Wilson. 2 laps to go. Been average with names in this race at best. Race, Higgs, Wilson. Forming a nice little pack. Keeping that train going. Helping each other out. All in the mission to run under 16:30 for the very first time. But I reckon they'll run under 16:25 with 1.5 laps to go. 600 metres left as they round the discus cage for the second last time. Kilbride is kind of just hanging on there in 4th position. He's not too far behind the rest of them in 1, 2, 3. And Kilbride's best time is a 16:40, so he'd probably be looking to hang on to around there as well. As Higgs now looking strong. 1 lap to go. 15 minutes, 15:01, 15:02. If they close in a 1 minute and 20 second lap, which they've been doing so many times over these 12.5, they're going to run a massive PB. So Higgs, Wilson, Rouse, your 1, 2, 3. So Higgs has run a 16:30. Wilson has run a 16:30. Rouse has run a 16:38. They've got 2 to 250 metres to go. They just need to close in about 45 seconds and they'll get there. As the rain starts to fall again at Box Hill. At least it's not windy, but the rain has come once again. It's almost like a tropical city out here at Box Hill. That constant summer rain. 100 metres to go. 15:55 is the time on the clock for now. Higgs charging towards the finish line. Wilson and Rouse. Kilbride finishing strong, and a runner that I haven't called once. 16:09, huge. 16:11, 12. They have closed strong, and that is Simon Blight. He's gone well under the 16:30 mark, as has AFL umpire Matt Adams. Simon Adams. Now the flood of athletes coming in to clock their time under 16:45 as the rain comes flooding into Box Hill. It's been on and off, on and off, on and off tonight.